Honolulu, Oahu actually, thinking about my mother. When I was 10, my mother was 30, my grandma was 52, my great grandma was 74, and my great tutu was 97. My great tutu took me in for 3 years and taught me Lomi. Papa taught me herbs. Not that thing you roll up and smoke, but it's like to heal. But I found later that the ones that you roll up and smoke, they can really help to relieve a lot of pain, relieve a lot of anxiety, cause you to relax and seek the Lord. And at least for me it did. And for 3 years, they kept me until she passed. And I was sent back to my parents. I was not one of the favorites in the family. A lot of people thought I was very satanic. I found out why later. Being brought up in the Catholic Church, being left-handed is not a good idea. It's considered satanic already. And then to compile that, I'm also dyslexic. And I see so many things backwards, it's not funny. The world is not made for a left-handed person or a dyslexic person. It looks down on them, but in my dyslexia and my patience with the Lord teaching, reading, I've come to enjoy my dyslexia. My great tutu taught me to enjoy it, not to think of it as a burden, but something that I can use to highlight what I'm doing. When I was in Honolulu, I joined a small church, like this one, in Eva. It's called Eva Community Church. And it's with the United Church of Christ. Being that I was brought up Catholic, I knew the Lord before first grade. And then I started to read the Word of God. And I couldn't understand many of the things in the Bible. And come to find out I was looking at the wrong Bible. Right? Then I found a Bible by the Gideon. And when I was reading through that, I found out that my Catholic Bible didn't have the second commandment in it. And I was like, how come that wouldn't be here? So talking with the Lord, I find out Satan took it out so that they could still worship idols. And, I always thought idols was what the Lord considered a graven image. But in my life with the Lord so far, I found out there are many things that we don't consider as being idols, that the Lord considers as being an idol when we put it before Him. And even in my studies in the morning, I told Him years ago, Lord, I don't have time during the day to spend with you. So please find some time that we can get together. So he picked 4 o'clock. And for the last 40 years, he's been waking me up at 4:04. And every morning I would get up. And it's not like you wake up and, no, you're up. It's like you've been up for weeks. Anyway, I would get up, make my coffee, sit down, have my prayer time, have a sip of coffee, and then open my word. And so one day I told the Lord, I can try something new. I'm going to let you pick my word today. So I hold Genesis left hand, Revelation's last page right hand, and I let it fall open. It falls open to Exodus 20 this one day. And I was like, boss, I know Exodus 20. So I close it. 4 more times in a row, it opens on Exodus 20. And I'm like, you know I know Exodus 20, boss. I said, so I tell you what, I will read it. When you want me to stop, tell me stop. So I read verse 1, and I get to verse 2, and he says, stop. I go, what am I putting before you, boss? My coffee. I picked up my cup. I had a big swallow. And he said, for years, you put this idol before me. That was what I heard. You never realized that to him, it was an idol. To me, it was a nice cup of coffee. But it was always put before him. Now I cheat, I read first. For many years, I was doing many things on the local and helping in whatever way I can. The Lord blessed me with so many gifts. I thought my gift of helps was a tiny little gift, 25 letters. That helps. Always helps. Then I find out helps is one of the biggest gifts around with God. I cannot believe how much that actually do helping. And how the Lord helps me to help. You don't know what to do the whole So one of my gifts the Lord gave me was just fixing cars all the time. So when I was on a wahoo, if anybody broke down on the road, on the freeway, anywhere, I gotta stop. I cannot drive past them and not help. If I do, I get convicted and I gotta turn around and go back in. So if I see them, I try not to go. But he always hits me and he goes, you already saw it, now pull over. So when I came here, I thought I gave that all up. But no. I passed by somebody, he goes, why didn't you stop? I go, but boss, what better place to break down than at a gas station? He goes, no, it's a gas station. Not a service station. They only sell gas. And I go back and fix the truck. So I gotta turn around and go back. So I passed this. I'm coming down Heidi Street. And normally I go straight down Heidi, get onto Bayfront, go pick up my wife at the Kinoole, to have dinner, come home. So coming down, and he makes me turn right on Kinoole. So I'm like, where are we going, boss? Then we get into the left lane of Kinoole, and I make a left on Kinoole. And I'm like, boss, I still gonna end up on Cannon Highway, still going to the hall, pick her up. And I get to the corner, and there's a gas station there with a truck behind it, and the lights are flashing. And I'm like, your lights are on, because your alarm is on, your truck must have started. But I didn't pull in. So I get the turn, and he convicts me right off the bat. Why didn't you stop? And that was my statement. What better place to break down there than a gas station? People, no, it's a gas station. Go back and fix it. So I go back, make a U-turn right there, go back in the back, and tell the guy, your alarm is on, your truck's not gonna start. And he says, tell me something I don't know. I've been here a week, had my battery charged 8 times. The mechanic from Honolulu came down last week Friday. He stayed Saturday, Sunday working on my truck here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday now. And he just went back to the airport to go back to Honolulu. And still didn't fix his truck. So I told him, your truck is equipped with 3 switches that arm and disarm your alarm system. Driver door, passenger door, back out. Lock and unlock each one in sequence, starting with the driver door. So he got all the way around to the back, locked and unlocked, and the alarm went off. Then he looks at me and goes, no way. And I go, oh, you little thing. He jumps in the truck and it starts right up. So he gets out and he says, why did the mechanic not notice? And I go, too many things come at a person sometimes, and they completely forget about the electrical part of a car. They think always it's a mechanical thing, but not everything is a mechanical thing nowadays, especially nowadays. So he ends up getting my phone number, and there was quite a few other people that I talked on the road prior to this. Then the Lord tells me, feed my sheep. I'm like, boss, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a teacher, and I'm not an evangelist. He says, I know, I got those. He goes, they're hungry. I taught you how to cook, feed them. I said, okay, I got all the equipment to feed. I need a place to feed, and I need the food. He said, well, you attend ID church. Ask them to use the kitchen. So I asked them to use the kitchen, and they said, yeah, and we'll pay for electricity and gas. You just don't bring the homeless to ID church. So I would feed them at the bandstand. And for 22 years, we fed them at the bandstand. And after a few years, the first beginning few years, I told the Lord, hey boss, you're not doing your job. I'm cooking, I'm feeding, I'm serving. I said, but you're not doing your side. You're supposed to bring the food. I said, so this is my last meal because that's all the money I got. And it's not my problem after this, it's your problem. Okay? Thank you. Goodbye. Finished my meal, cleaned up, went home. 2 days later, a friend calls me up. Yeah, DLN are shooting cattle at Mauna Kea. We can get free beef. I told him, I can cook any cow. I just don't know how to cut them up. He goes, I got 3 butchers. All they want is meat. So I told him, wow, I have access to a flatbed truck and 10 140-foot coolers and ice. He goes, wow, we go get some meat. So we went out, 11 of us, and we ended up getting 9 bulls stripped down. We cut all the meat up, cut everything all up, took all the ribs out, and I named each one of them Stu. And I asked the Lord, please bless the people, bless the food, bless me, teach me how to make stew, and many, And do not let the people get sick of you, okay? Thank you, God. And we were doing good until I got kicked out of hiding church. The minister there was Holly guy. He didn't like what I was doing. I thought I was being a cheat, a thief, a liar. And I confronted him with it. And he made a bogus TRO statement against me. But I in court about it. But that's not my problem. It's somebody's problem. To be taken care of. Unfortunately, the partner got taken care of too, so that's not my problem.